Hi, it's Teresa in Napa, Idaho, and today's craft with me is going to involve playing with with playing cards, and we're going to do altered playing cards. So let me go ahead and check on my technology here and see if that's all a go. Looks like it. Okay, so it should be, let's see, am I quiet? No, it would appear that I am not because we just heard an email come in. Okay, now I should be quiet. Okay, I think I am. So let's go ahead and get started. Right here, I have roughed up some playing cards with a file. I'm going to get some sanding paper. I don't know how important this step is, but I'm going to go ahead and stay with it for just a bit. So I am using matte gel medium clear. And what else do I need? I need a brush. I'm using a silicone brush that I got from Amazon. And I'm going to be using a napkin. And I need my ink. I'm using soft suede. That's usually what I do most of my inking with. That is what I do most of my inking with. Sometimes I will use early espresso. Sometimes I will use something else, like if I want like a pewter look, then I'll use the petal pink. This is a weird time of day for me to be on. I'm usually on later. I did have a talk with my husband before I started today and asked him to try not to live in the trailer when I'm doing my video, because we don't need to hear all the background noises. Aren't I a terrible, mean wife? But he understands. I'm trying to do something halfway decent, and while I always do preach that this is live and I'm living, doesn't mean it has to be too live and living. Alright, so now we have inked. So I'm going to get this out of my way so I don't put my hand in it. And I'm going to cover these up with this stuff. For some reason I hate saying the word M-A-T-T-E, matte. I always want to say matte or mate. Some of us have different issues than others, and that's one of mine. Okay. Get one right there, one right there. And then we can put one right here and one right here. And we'll get them all in one fell swoop. I'm going to miss one. Part of one. Now, I don't worry about things being perfect because that's what I love about junk journaling, is I give myself permission constantly to not be perfect. So being as I ran out of napkin, I'll just tear some off here. It's getting closer to the card than I want. And then I will put it here, and that will be interesting to see how that seam works out. It's so fun to experiment. Give yourself permission to experiment as well. I will also be trying these with Hodgepodge because I want to see if there's a difference. I have been thinking about making up some of these and putting them in a Ko-fi store. I'm in the US, so I would only ship to US because I just don't think it would be cost effective for overseas folks. Because anybody who is a crafter and sells their crafts knows that you can't get a good return on your money because people can't afford to pay it or don't want to afford to pay it, or you know, unless maybe you got everything for free, but by golly, your time is worth money. So and I don't really have enough time that I want to do stuff to give away for free. So, and I am working on turning my crafting into a business as like my retirement plan. So that's what I'll be doing. And then if for some reason, I mean, aside from blindness, I could have just about any ailment that allows you to stay alive and still be able to craft. Well, yeah, you have to be able to use your hands and that sort of thing, but still, thinking ahead, you never know. I got a lot more glue there than what I usually get, so I need to deal with that. I didn't do that with any of my previous projects. So that's what happens when I'm doing it online on a video. There. I'll just don't want it to take forever and a day. So trying to do multiples like that is really a challenge. Okay, so I'm going to lay that to the side to dry. And here's what my other ones that I've been playing with today look like. So this one was done with a sewing pattern, the paper that you have for a sewing pattern. So at the thrift store today, I got this butter brick sewing pattern that is from 1969, so it's a vintage paper. And I may even do something with this little doodad. I mean, in something that I bought, like a book, I think, there was this article, and it just kind of fell out. And so I was like, I wonder what, looks like somebody drew on there. I'm trying to figure that out. Anyways, I wonder what date this article is. And so I was able to read enough on here that it's about this shortstop from Detroit who reached the 200 hit and then it cuts off. So I Googled that, and it suggests that this is a 1954 article. So that's kind of cool. So then I took my B stamp and I stamped my B stamp on here, and this will be a really cool piece for a collage, a future collage. So this has got sewing pattern paper on it, and then I stamped it with my B stamp. And on the back here, I used the back of, I bought a ticket book today. And this is a ticket book for customer order. Yeah, just some kind of customer order. So then I use this paper for the back of my card so that it could be a journaling card. I thought that looked nice. Then this one, I put the napkin down and I let it tear however it wanted to. So napkin came away from here, came away a little bit there, and then I just inked it again and let it be what it was. And on the back I used the yellow paper from, I'm not sure what I used for this because I don't see any writing on there. Anyways, that's kind of cool. So now if a person likes to have lines, this one has lines on it. So that's kind of cool. And this one was from some wrapping paper that I got at the thrift store today. I got like 4 different kinds of wrapping paper. It's a little translucent. I can see the triangles from the playing card, and the 6 I can see there. Then I stamped this real blurry likes, and I'm sure that there is a photography term for that. But anyways, then some of these corners I am fixing for this particular technique. I am fixing this instead of pulling it up. I did pull it up a little bit. But I think that's kind of cool. And you could journal on this. So that's what I've got going there. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take some more paper, and I was wishing that I could find a way to make this paper more translucent. So I wonder if, so kind of when you lay it down like that, it is rather translucent. I can see the jack. So let's try Mod Podge. See what happens there. And I'm going to go ahead and get messy and not put anything underneath here. And I'm not going to rough this one up either. And I didn't put ink on it first. So this is a lazy example. All right, I am going to put some wax down because I have it right there. And now this one I just wrapped around to the other side. And I can take my scissors while it's still drying. And trim loosely around it. I don't know, I might be able to see through that one better. I wonder if the difference is because I roughed this one up, or just because I've got more white on this side than I did on this one. I don't know. I really do want to see the playing card through here, so I more than likely will continue doing it that way. And I like that this side got wrinkled like. Of course the wrinkles seem to be working out though. I say I like it and I keep pressing it, which is causing them to come out. Okay, I'm a female, it's my prerogative to change my mind. So I like the way this is working out, and I am going to trim right to the edge. Or I think is the edge anyways. Feels pretty good. And then I'm going to take my crocodile corner chomper, and I'm going to use the 1/4 inch side to get those round corners back. Oh, I've got so much trash in my trash can right now because I've been taking books apart today. And playing, but taking the books apart is what has accumulated the most trash. I had several books that I took apart, and one book that was like when you build things. What is that? It starts with an A. Now that's going to kill me trying to think of that word. Architecture. And then, okay, I want to stamp my B. I'm going to stamp my B on the front. But it had things like letters, like fonts, and then it had things like, I want to say, the human body. And I mean, I didn't want to stop to investigate it more to see what it was all about, because I would have never gotten things done. But it was very curious, and it's going to be an interesting book to use. So when I take a book apart, I first try to break the binding, and then I try to figure out where the signatures are and pull some signatures out to start cutting strings, because they're usually glued and sewn in. So then I do that as much as I've got energy for. And when my back starts to get tired or sore or something, or I just get bored with it, and then I start tearing individual sheets. So the reason why I do the way I do it first is because I try to get the sheets to stay together in case I want to use 2 sheets together in a journal. And then I cut it or tear them out. Oh, had a sneeze. And I'll see if I can show a little bit how that works. I found a couple golden books for, I think I paid 99 cents. I'm not sure. But in some of the bookstores, they sell them for like $4 or $2. So that was a good buy. This was a children's book, and let's see, copyright 1945. So that's kind of cool. There's some marks on this. I think they're stains, but it kind of looks like the art of it all. So the first thing I do is I try to open it up to the center. Okay, here's the center. No. I think this might be the center. No. Yes, here's the center. So then in this case, this one is probably going to be easier. I thought I would do this because I had somebody ask me in one of the Facebook groups. I had said that I got a Edith Holden Diary of an Edwardian Lady or something like that book. And somebody asked me how I was going to take it apart. So it all of a sudden occurred to me that I really don't see a lot of videos that show how to take books apart. So I pretty much taught myself, because I've taken like magazines and stuff apart before. The rest aren't wanting to come real easy, so I wonder if there's another set of binding, or if we're, at this point it's glued. It appears, yeah, at this point it's glued. So the only thing I can do is either try to pull it out slowly, which is what I'm doing, or cut it. And cutting might be better, because pulling out slowly might cause me to tear where I don't want to tear. Oh, okay, there's more than one signature. That's what's going on here. Okay, here's another signature. It's very loose. Oh, this is cool. Wait till I show you this. Oops. This has music on it. Oh, and some little child drew with pencil on it. Makes me think of my 2-year-old granddaughter. How cute. I wouldn't erase that. No way. No how. No how, no way. And then we have some lyrics to a song here. And let's see, it looks like we got another signature. Now, adult books that are, you know, have like stains in them and stuff, that kind of grosses my OCD out. But a child's book like this, amazingly enough, does not. To me, it's precious. I know, could be boogers and everything else being a kid, but that just doesn't gross me out like an adult book would. Fortunately, I don't know for real, so that's helpful. Trying to figure out why we've got pages. Trying to figure out the binding system. Okay, so let's see. This is glued in, so I have no option but to cut here. And I keep telling myself I shouldn't cut towards myself, I should cut away. Because I can just see me slipping and hitting my femoral artery or something. I told my husband that the other day. I'm just trying to figure out the best way to keep the best integrity of the pages. Okay, so this page is not going to come off, and that will be okay if I do an altered book. Kind of would like this to be my first altered book. I was thinking it might be a probably shouldn't talk and do this at the same time. I was thinking it might be a golden book, but maybe it will be this one. I'm not a professional with this stuff. I haven't seen any videos on how to do this, so I'm just winging it on my own. So when I say that there may be better ways out there. better ways and ideas as to how to do this. I'm just doing this to tidy it up a bit. I have such a mess on my desk from doing this kind of thing today. So now we have the binding, and if I were to use this, I would definitely cover it, I think. Maybe I would just cover the binding. And I feel like I'd really rather it was like this. So I might cut this in half and bind it right here. Yeah, I would probably do that, because I just like this better than like this. So now we've got these cool pages. These will need tidied up. Yep, not sure yet what I would do. I have to ponder. But I really like this. This is cool. Some more. Cool pencil-like drawings intermixed with, oh, that's, huh. Can't tell if they're dead or if he's just carrying them around. I should have read the story before I took it apart. I'm gonna have to piece the pages together so I can read this. Huh. I don't. What is this? The fox went out on a chilly night. Interesting. Sounds like it might be kind of a morbid story. Okay, there's that. And then I got this book. And I've been looking for a book other than the Edith Holden one that had good pictures of flowers in it. Oops, it's upside down. It's called Reader's Digest. Ouch, I bit my tongue. Reader's Digest, A Garden for All Seasons. So the date on this one is 1993. So it's fairly new. So this one would just be good for tearing out a page and then tearing out a picture. So this would be a good picture. And I also like the idea of my junk journals having information in them. So the little caption would be cool to keep as well. So this one, the pages will probably stay in the book, and then I will just tear pictures out as needed. There. And that is a nice picture. And I don't know if maybe I might even, you know, like, let's see, finger tear some of it. some of it like on an altered card. I don't know if I like covering up that bee's wing. That's kind of cool actually, because it kind of looks like honeysuckle, and bees love honeysuckle. I don't know if all bees love honeysuckle, but kind of looks like the bee is going to the honeysuckle. I kind of like that. Just tearing some more off to not cover up the wing, and now I'm going to put that down there. I really enjoy watching folks on YouTube, and I have learned so much from a lot of different people on YouTube. I probably wanted to ink that first. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to try and get some ink on my finger. That didn't work. Anyways, what I was saying is I've learned a lot, and I love challenges. I recently did my first challenge, which was the Junk Journal January, and I made it through the whole challenge in respect to I did a video every day for Junk Journal January. So my objective was twofold. I wanted to have a journal that I created, that I wrote in, that I used. I mean, I've done ephemera journals and used those, but I hadn't to that point actually been writing in a journal. So that was fun. And then the other objective was to start putting consistent content on my YouTube channel so that I could build my YouTube channel. Because I do want to do some let's see, social media business, I guess is what I mean, everything I do is social media business, because I advertise myself as a virtual bookkeeper on social media. Facebook is what made me in regards to a virtual bookkeeper. I mean, I couldn't have done it without Facebook. It was just an awesome experience. And so I don't have a channel for bookkeeping. I don't have followers. I'm a moderator in somebody else's Facebook group, and that built my business. So I don't have a following. I mean, I have a reputation as a bookkeeper, but they don't come to my web page. I do have a couple of Facebook pages, but it's just not the same dynamics. And so I want to try and give this type of thing with its dynamics a go. And I think I was saying earlier and didn't finish, I love creating this stuff so much that I'm almost thinking that I want to try and make a supply, because I was like, what am I going to do with all this extra stuff? Like, am I going to use, how many is here, would you say? 50, 100? Am I going to use all those? I mean, if it was just them by itself, maybe. But am I going to use all these playing cards? And maybe I'm going to get more. Like, maybe I want to try the jumbo cards. So I don't think I'm going to use all of them. And because I like trying new techniques and new ideas and new challenges, then I'm going to have even a ton more stuff. So I'm thinking about what things I might create rather quickly and have an abundance of, and putting them on. I did start a Ko-fi account, and so I like it. I don't like what I've been hearing about Etsy. I do like what I've been hearing about Ko-fi, and I very much like about Ko-fi that the form of payment is PayPal. So that PayPal is not foolproof, but it can be better for protecting myself and any future customers I might have. So that's just some ideas that I've been playing around with. Previous to this, I'd been playing around with the idea to try and do Happy Mail with folks so that I could get rid of some of this extra stuff, like this book. I am not going to need all these pictures. So what I could do is, like, when I'm bored, watch, you know, sit in front of TV, watching TV, I could sit down with this book, and I could have my tear roller, and I could just start tearing out pictures. And then I could take some of them and put them in a package, say 10 pictures. You know, because some of us don't want 50 million pieces of ephemera laying around waiting for a journal to put it in. Some of us just want to get started. We just want to get our feet wet. And so if I could do like 10 pictures, floral pictures, and then say, okay, these 10 pictures are $2. I don't know. I don't know how to price these things. Maybe $2 postage included. And then maybe it would fit in an envelope and I could mail it out rather inexpensively. A person would get 10 pictures and they'd be able to get their feet wet. Or say, you know, they say, oh, I'm doing a botany journal and I don't want to take the time to go find the stuff. She's got 10 botany pictures. I can grab those real quick and get started on my journal. So just some ideas that I'm playing with. Then as I have more time, I might categorize these things more. Some people are smart and they look at the back of the page before they tear. I'm not one of them. So those are some ideas I've had. If you have any ideas of what you would like to do for yourself in regards to this sort of thing, or what you think I should do, or what you would like to see me do, I would love to hear your feedback. So I'm just going to share real quick my other. Okay, so this was the one book that I got, Architectural Graphic Standards. It was pretty interesting, the variety of things that I saw as I was tearing that book up. And then I got two golden books, Lady and the Tramp and Frozen. So Lady and the Tramp is I don't know. These might be the years 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, and 16. I think so. Copyright 2012. So this is probably a 2012 book. Yep, and this one should be pretty easy to take apart and to maintain the binder. Sometimes you just gotta break them. See that snap? There it go. Oh, this one is stapled in. That's nice. Now I gotta be sure I don't puncture myself with the staples because they're nice and rusty. Perfect. Now I have a staple remover, and the staples are covered up by this gold. So I'm going to see if I can cut into that gold just a little bit because I don't want to lose the gold. Where are you at, staple? Right. Nope, I'm cutting in the wrong side. It's right here. That's why I can't find it. It's over on this other side. There. And there. Now, let's see if I can pull that out and keep the gold. It's like taking a splinter out. You pull back some of the skin so you can get hold of it with the needle and the tweezers. Come on. I have some better, I have some jewelry things I should have pulled out. Okay, there's that one. I'll get rid of that before I lose it. Okay, that one's, I'm going to glue that down right away. So I'm trying to maintain the integrity of that. Little cosmetic surgery. There we go. Now let's see if I can grab this one without too much damage to the gold. It's so funny how this feels like removing a splinter from a kid. Ooh, cool. Ooh, that looks pretty good. A little glue. Yeah. Maintain that cover pretty good. That's great. Because I did see an altered little golden book, a few, and I just love the idea. So this one is copyrighted 2013. So this one was 2012 and this one is 2013. So again, anytime you have a book, you just want to try and break the binding. These golden books are best to pull from the back. Oh, bummer. I pulled too hard on that one. Don't know my own strength. I'm not as excited about this one because I broke the binding. I broke the golden book. But little washi tape will probably look still really cute. I don't have any gold washi tape. That might look fun. I have some silver, no gold. I never looked so hard at the golden seal on the golden books You have a little bee and a little elephant and a little flower. It's interesting what we don't pay attention to in life, and then at some point in our life we do pay attention to it. Very interesting. So is the other one like that too? Yep, bear. Oh, chicken, and I said bear and I meant to say elephant. Chicken, flower, bee. Does this one have a chicken? Oh, this one does have a chicken. Huh. Very interesting. I'll have to look up a little golden book on Wikipedia. See if there's any more information about that. Now I'm curious. So, looks like these pages are 2 signatures. So I'm going to put those to the side and ponder on how I'm going to move forward with that. So thanks for taking time to watch this, and I hope that there was something that was interesting within this video, and I look forward to doing this again for you again next time. Have a good day. Bye.